What is up? 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 What is up, Grocknation? Welcome back this evening, everybody, to another edition of Grock Plays in the arcade this evening. Tonight I got a whole bunch of games for everybody's listening and viewing pleasure, especially my Marvel rival fans. A variety of different classes this time, not just one or two classes, all classes. So tonight we have first up, we have an Adam Warlock game, which I'm really excited to show off my overlay. But before we get started, guys, once again, if you're new to the channel and you like this kind of content, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. As well, if you want to watch me play live, I'm live on Twitch at least 3 or 4 times a week, given my schedule. So guys, I actually have a custom overlay just for this Adam Warlock. As you can see, it's the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 Adam. So I actually have Will Boulder in the icon in the bottom left, as you can see. It looks pretty funny. I have custom overlays for all the characters that I use. Adam Warlock probably being the least. He's just not, mobility-wise, ideal. As you can see, the strange nose, I can't get away from him, so he's chasing me instead of helping his team the entire time. And as a result, we take sight. Adam Warlock is one of the champions, or heroes, rather, that is getting a buff this Friday for the first split of Season 1. Season 1 is coming to an end, the first half of it on Friday, which will be huge for the Marvel Rivals community, as 2 new heroes are being added, the other half of the Fantastic Four. Johnny Storm and aka the Human Torch and the Thing. I think I get a snipe here on Moon Knight with my right click. Yeah, I believe so. This is it. If I remember correctly, yes. Boom. Nicely done. As well, there's going to be rewards. Rewards for people that finish at least Gold 3. You will have access to this badass looking leather, red, black leather, invisible woman's skin. So that's for people that made at least Gold 3. The only other reward is from Grandmaster and up. You will get a badge for your player profile. So that is currently what I'm grinding this week. My days off are actually Monday to Thursday, and this patch goes live Friday, so Thursday night is the limit. And I'm currently trying to get Grandmaster, which might be an impossible task, but I am currently Diamond 2 as of today. So I only have to grind 2 more levels. I'm not sure if I can do it. Look at that double. We'll see. We will see if I can do it. I actually have had a cold for the last 3 days. Those of you that stop by my stream know that, as I told you guys. So I'm sorry if you guys can hear my nasal noises, as I got stuffed sinuses as well as a bad headache. But I'm on the mend today, so I should hopefully be putting out extra content this week, including more of the UFC Encyclopedia, as I really do enjoy putting that one out. As well, I'm not sure if it'll get done this week because I have been feeling like crap, but I am going to put out part 2 of the Dungeon Master roleplay. The Dungeons and Dragons roleplay DM which is super fun as well. But other than that, it's just been a lot of work for me. I actually didn't play Marvel Rivals for like 4 days. This Strange screwed up. He actually went for the DPS instead of the 2 healers, and it cost him. He died as a result of it, which is funny. So I guess I should go over a little bit of Adam Warlock, as I've never given you guys gameplay from him, if you guys aren't Marvel Rivals players. Which I'm seeing from the search, the reach on my YouTube studio, the biggest search terms are all Marvel Rivals, so I believe these are all Marvel Rival fans. Adam Warlock is a healer, and he is, like I said, one of the, in terms of mobility, the worst healer for sure. He's got nothing to escape, which is to me is ridiculous. He should be able to at least passively fly, as Adam Warlock flies. Obviously traverses the galaxy, so it's ridiculous that he doesn't fly in here, but I guess that would make him a little overpowered. He also doesn't heal from shooting you, like some of the other healers do. But the give and take with that is his strikes do a lot of damage, and that they have like unlimited range. There is damage drop-off with it, but there isn't damage drop-off with your right-click. So he kind of is like a DPS in that sense, as well as a healer. That is the positive with playing him. Obviously, like I said, his mobility is piss poor, so there is that as well. He also has point-and-click heals. As I said, you can't heal with your left-click attack. You do have 2 heal charges, your E button in this case on keyboard, as you can see. I have 2 charged up. You just point and click and he'll shoot his healing beam at the nearest person. That is fucked up. And it can actually bounce, and it shares the heals to other players, as you can see. It'll chain together. That's his main heals. He's also got his left shift. And his alt right here, which I'll go over, which is he can revive his teammates. But they have only 100 HP, as you can see. You should ideally try to revive when you have a heal charged up, like right there, I healed him. But yeah, you should have it ready when you revive them, otherwise they could just get killed again, which does happen quite a bit. But his left shift is like a shared heal. You'll actually pop it, and it'll heal all of you guys. Anyone in the vicinity, you guys all get linked, and all your health is shared like one big health bar. So it'll drain from one person's and go to the person that has the lowest. It'll take from the person with the highest HP, is what I'm trying to say, and it'll give to the person with the lowest. So you have a lot of survivability, including a big base heal initially from the charge as well. So there's that as well. Yeah. Obviously the cons with playing him is you have to charge your heals. And they're on, like I said, you only get up to 2. That cooldown's pretty fast on, I think it's 5 seconds. And then you can use them again on, like I said, you can only charge up to 2. And your left shift actually has a big, I think it's a 50-second cooldown. It's quite, or 45-second, it's quite significant. But that should be your last-ditch effort. Your desperation heal in a group fight is what that's pretty much used for. And like I said, his alt is a revive. It's in the vicinity, which I screw up here in this half. I actually tried to revive a teammate that a storm killed, and I was too far away. You can get that person. I think your alt, revive, whatever that is, those little rings, it stays on for 8 seconds. So if somebody dies outside that radius, you can actually run up to that person's corpse, and as long as you get and touch them where they died, they'll spawn at that those rings. But I was kind of confused when Storm killed my teammate. I assumed he would spawn on it, but you know, one of my viewers, Mr. DJ Wizwack, who's also a ASMR listener, pointed out to me that no, Grock, you were out of distance for the revive, and I'm like, oh, that's right, because I'm stupid. Like I said, I'm a lord with Invisible Woman and pretty much Magneto. I'm like 2 more games off for Magneto, and I still learn things about them. I actually learned some tonight on, I didn't know Iron Man's alt can kill me inside my invisible alt. Obviously I know there's some. I didn't know that was a one that can do it. Anyway, I hope everyone's grind that's playing this is going as good as mine. I think I'm level 36 now, and I've got the Diamond 2. Like I said, I can't play every single day. But, you know, this week I'm trying to do 3 to 4 hours a day. Tonight I fucked up, and I played my 3 hours. I got all the way up the middle of Diamond 2. And I decided to play late at night, like 11:30 at night, and I just won 1 game and I lost 4, and I'm on D rank to Diamond 3, so I shouldn't have played. I should have just waited for tomorrow. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. I didn't get a chance to heal the Namor. If he complained about that, I definitely would have apologized. I did have a heal charged up, it's just he died so quickly. So, you guys, my casual wad, this is the Loki stole my ult and he revived his teammates. You guys, my viewers, this is my mistake. I shouldn't have cocooned. I should say that's his passive as well. It's a 105-second passive, but when you die, you can actually respawn right onto the spot you cocoon like he does in the comics and in the movie. I was gonna say for my viewers that are, you know, at the lower mid elo of Marvel Rivals, I'll tell you the main differences I've seen now. These are plat games you are watching. The next time I do play, it should be Diamond and Grandmaster games, hopefully. Diamond games for sure, but the biggest difference you'll find when you get to these higher elos, and I've seen people online talk about it with, right here I think, sorry, I'll mention, yeah, right there, Luna is dying to Storm's ult. As you can see, my Luna died, and I tried to revive behind this pillar, but she's too out of range. If I would have ran towards where her body is, she would have spawned right there, but I didn't know. My buddy DJ Wizwack just told me, he says, Grock, you were too far away, and he was right. So I screwed that up again. If Luna wanted to get angry at me over that, I would not have been upset. But as I was saying, when you get to these higher elos, and I've had Overwatch players tell me the same thing, the games change. They're not necessarily harder, it's just there's more strategy involved. Like, your ults aren't just your ults. You know, my Invisible Woman and Silver, Gold. My ults I always used, like to get us on site, to defend site, and at this elo, your ults should exclusively only ever be used to counter another ult, or to ult somebody's identical ult, I guess you could say, which I guess is a countering as well to a degree. And that's all it is. Like, you don't really use your ult. Otherwise, you have to be really careful with it, because they'll give you shit for it. So what I'm doing right here is actually on purpose. I'm trying to pull the Strange away from the team, because they're fighting right now. And to remove him, the tank from the team, is really good. And it's exactly what I did. He thought I was going to cocoon and come back, and I didn't. So now he's just getting back into the fight. So that actually was my strategy. And it's a strategy I've actually seen online when I was going through Adam Warlock guides when I first started playing them. It's true, and it works. They'll chase you to try to get the kill. And you can pull them away from fights, especially important players like a tank. So that actually worked out really well. I should say, if it's not obvious already, if you hold your right click, you'll charge 5 left clicks, and they'll shoot all in one beam. And there's no damage fall off for that. So as long as you nail it, as you guys seen me kill that Moon Knight in the first game. But yeah, as I said, the strategy they change a bit when you get to this elo, especially in Diamond. Diamond's so fun, guys. You get to ban characters. Feels like an actual ranked 6v6 game. I don't know why it's only in Diamond. In my opinion, it should be gold and up, but yeah, it's a fun time. This is honestly the most I've enjoyed a video game since I first started playing Hunt Showdown, and that's saying a lot. Like, I've enjoyed games over the years, but even the finals, in my peak at the finals, I never enjoyed it as much as this. So, yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I could see myself playing this for the next while. At least the rest of this calendar year for sure. Like I said, I really want to get Grandmaster to get that badge. Be nice to see I got at least Grandmaster in the first season. Well, obviously there was a season 0. I didn't play the beta season, but the first season, the completed game would be a nice little feather in my cap. They're not resetting the ranks, which to me is insane. I get the Spider-Man back, give him some health. But I guess a lot of people complained, and they listened. They're sick. Coon right back and heal my team. So that's a huge bonus to being Adam Warlock, or a huge perk. Spawn back in your team. You know, they think, oh, I killed a healer, guys. Push, push, push. You spawn back in and you heal the entire team. It's huge, but again, like I said, he's super, super easy to kill. But yeah, they didn't reset the ranks. They were going to reset them by 6, which is pretty standard for free-to-play ranked games, but people complain so much, so it's crazy that this mid-season's going to end and I'm still going to be, hopefully, Grandmaster, and I could still grind the Celestial, which is the next. And then, I think, honestly, with my skill level, that's probably going to be my peak. What I'm gunning for. I'm not gunning for the other two, because those are the best in the world. Right now with Diamond 2, I am in the top 8% to play the ranked game, but I'm not even sure. I think it's the top 5%. It's the top rank, which is crazy. I'm definitely not up there. So these guys are, at this point, they're actually pushing us further back than we thought they would, as we thought we had it in the bag. I certainly did. But, yeah, they managed to hold off. I actually made custom crosshairs for all of my characters I use. Adams isn't supposed to be. This is supposed to be just a yellow circle, but I don't know why. This is a mix of my custom X-Men Magneto that you guys will see later on in this video. Like I said, I'm going to give you guys different games from all my characters I've been using during this Platinum grind. And they're all Platinum games. I've been stuck at Platinum now for... This was my second week before I hit Diamond yesterday. I'll also show off the new Invisible Woman skin, which is really unique and borderline annoying. I don't see myself using it too much. I do get really annoyed with it. Oh, this is what I mean. He's got no mobility to get away. You just gotta heal yourself. And if you guys heal, I don't think did I even bring anyone back to life? I don't think so. I think everyone was spawned in already. That was a bad. I thought they were still counting down to get back. But you have to aim down and use your heal, and you'll actually heal yourself as Mr. Warlock. Otherwise, you do share heals with people when you heal them, but it's not nearly as much. You give yourself the entire heal when you look down and use your heal button. So this entire overlay I actually got off Etsy for Adam Warlock. It looks so damn nice. And I think this is the game right here, guys. Yeah, it is. It was a great game. I don't play Warlock too much. DPS, really. That's about the only time I really bust them out. Other than that, I really don't use them too often. Okay, but with that said, guys, let's get on to a next game here. What am I gonna give you? I'll give you guys a Punisher game, actually. Okay, so here is the next game. This is going to be a DPS Punisher game. Excuse me, just grabbing a drink of some apple juice. That's my comfort, that's my comfort cold food is apple juice. Apple juice, Sunripe, particularly. So it's weird that it took me to get the platinum again. I never really touched a DPS, especially Punisher, since I was like silver. I kind of gave up DPS. I started dabbling in Psylocke, and I really enjoy Psylocke. Actually, I have an overlay for her as well, but it was Punisher that I fell back in love with. He's so different from the other characters in this game, and I'll kind of give you guys a brief rundown of him as we play, but yeah, he's just a soldier in the game. It feels very much for me like Fortnite Gears of War-ish. In the style, like the shooting style, it's very, very good. A lot like Adam Warlock, though his big negativity is his mobility. But this here, your turret as Punisher is huge damage. The bullets have travel time, so you have to lead your shots. It's not like your rifle and your shotgun don't have any bullet drop, but this does. Your turret, so you want to have to lead your bullets, follow your tracers, and lead it that way. The whole purpose of playing Punisher is hitting your shots and building up your ult, which is one of the best offensive ults in the game by far. One of the few things that can kill people inside of Invisible Woman's invisible wall. You can do this with your gun, but with your turret, it does, because your turret does so much damage. Like, look at it on the bottom right side, you'll see it when I hit people. It goes up, every shot of a turret goes up one tick. It's crazy. So, yeah, right there I got it, just from hitting those 5 shots. That's what you should be doing when you're Punisher, is trying to level up your ult right here, which is this, which is like a minigun, and it shoots rockets as well, as you can see that. It's got no bullet drop off it, it's unlimited ammo. It's one of the best, like I said, in the game, offensive. Now here's a little free tip for all you healers out there, because it drives me nuts, and I'm always making sure I do it with my Punisher when he's on my team. When Punisher ults, for the love of God, please heal him as he's ulted. Follow him around and just give him constant heals, because he's a literal nuke at that point. And he's only got 275 HP, so he's a lot like any other DPS or healers in the game. He's really, really, really easy to kill. And with his lack of mobility, you can just walk up to him and kill him if you're a tankier character. His rifle does really good damage, and like I said, there's no damage drop off on it, well, there isn't damage drop off for one, but there's no bullet drop off. So you just point and click, basically. He's got a smoke grenade, as you guys see back there, which don't use as a smoke grenade, you guys. Use it as a way to move yourself quicker. I'll show you guys when I start to use it more here. You should be using it to help, almost like an extra dash. Use it as a dash, you guys. And situation like that, get off your turret so you can get it charged. It's a 20-second cooldown, get it back again. Yeah, your turret is your bread and butter. That is what you're doing as Punisher. If you're not using your turret, you're not playing him right. He's got a zipline as well, which these things stay permanently unless they're destroyed, guys. Like, you can have a ton of zip lines up throughout the map. They never disappear. So they're really good for putting in spawn. And when you spawn after you die, you can zip right out. You can make a chain of them and zip right back to the map as long as they're not destroyed. It's crazy good. But yeah, it's a really fun character to use. Right there, see, I used it to get back. You'll see when I zip across and I jump, and I'll use it to go even further. So when you're using Punisher as well, especially you guys will see at the higher elos, he's a really good choice to pick if you want to deal with aerial heroes, Iron Mans, Star-Lords, and as of Friday, Human Torch and Storm. He's really good because it's really easy to shoot them down from the sky. I guess again, they may be aerial heroes, but they still have the same HP as every other DPS, so they're really easy to kill. So yeah, that's a good option if you're getting, beaten by an Iron Man, or like I said, a Storm, a Human Torch, or Star-Lord. Consider jumping on the Punisher, and or Bucky as well, Winter Soldier. These are terrible zip lines I'm using, but right there, see, I used it to launch myself even closer. So we lost the first one. And at this point, I'm not feeling too optimistic. Guys, some of these dominations, I know I've mentioned it in previous videos. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. But a lot of these domination maps, they really come down to whoever gets on site first. So you guys should be, really trying to make an effort to get on site and take it. I always stress with my Doctor Stranges to teleport us on site if we have it right off the bat. There's certain ones, like waterfalls for one example. There's a statistic that shows the team that takes control first wins 70% of the time on that map because it's so hard to push. Soldier Factory is another one because it's like 2 narrow ways. This is it right here. This is one of those ones where when you don't take it, I see I launch myself forward even more. It's really hard to take. You're just gonna have to forgive me, guys, here for like 2 minutes. I actually forgot I'm in the intermission screen, but I'll switch it over here right away. But again, as you can see, my main concern is I am using my turret to farm up my ultimate. I'm shooting the other Punisher right there. He keeps trying to peek and getting hit by the turret. But yeah, that's what you should be doing as Punisher. And again, Avian Heroes, that's your job. More so than anybody else on the team, your job should be the Avian Heroes. I should say, I don't know if I use it here, but he actually is one of the characters that has 2 different weapons. He's got a shotgun as well, which I switched to right here. And if you hold down a left click, it pumps pretty fast, and it does devastating close range damage. That's my buddy DJ Wizback who's talking there, asking me what my wish list is. I believe I tell him Rogue and Frost are my 2, a healer and a tank that I'm really looking forward to joining the ranks of Marvel Rivals, which is apparently going to be something that's going to be coming out soon. They were one of the 2 of the leaked champions that are coming. There we go, I switched over. But I didn't even let you guys look up at or mention my custom Punisher camera overlay. I love making my custom overlays for this game, it's so fun. Like I said, when Frost and Rogue come out, if they're characters they'll end up using, I'll definitely make some for them as well. So here I got my ult ready again. You kind of want to hide it before you use your ult because you don't want them to see where you're coming from. They'll hide otherwise. So that's why I wait around the corner. I look around the corner with third person peeking, and I can see. I get the other Punisher. Actually, he's ulted as well. You guys probably didn't hear that, but he was ulted. I was actually standing on Loki heals, which is why I died and he didn't. So once again, right back on the turret. I should say, guys, you have a minute before the turret breaks. Or 30 seconds, I can't recall. which one it is. So, and then you have the 20-second cooldown. So sometimes I always tell Punishers this on my team. Don't set it up until you absolutely see them. A good little trick to do if you want to set it up on a fly is, as incognito as possible. Use your smoke and then immediately hit your E and go straight into it. And you might get away with them not seeing what you're doing for a split second, because, man, if you're playing against a Punisher, for the love of God, shoot the turret. Because, like I said, he might not be getting kills if you're getting healed, but he's farming up that ult. And that ult is game-changing for sure. But it keeps such pressure on. Like that 24 and 2 just from that one round. I'm not sure what we were beforehand, but yeah, it's definitely the deciding factor in a lot of games. Shutting down that Punisher turret for sure. This Punisher skin, actually, it's one of the futuristic skins. They got a bunch of them out now. It's actually one of my favorite skins in the game. I didn't get to play the Season 0 Battle Pass and get the Punisher skin from it. Actually, you know what I should really look into? I think someone said you get artifacts that you can play the previous Battle Passes. I wonder if that's the case for me. Of course, I would have to buy the levels to get him. I'm not sure what level he's at, though. His skin, he had his skin, and I think Moon Knight had his skin in that mini Battle Pass they had for the month of December for that Season 0. Really tricky, guys. If your zipline's too low, you'll actually smack the ground like I just did. So now I'm thinking I want to get up high, on site, right off the bat, up there, and set my turret up and start farming it. That's my goal here. I don't know if I actually do or not. I think this Thor makes my life miserable here. Oh, no Star-Lord. Yeah, Star-Lord was a real pain in my ass this game. But again, like, it's one of the reasons I am the Punisher, and I haven't switched to somebody else, is you're really going to help with that character. So I'm trying to set up a new zipline here. It's like a super jump you get, you guys. When you jump off the zipline, you can really fucking fly. There's certain maps, like Asgard, for example, you can really fly with that. But yeah, you should be using it just like I did. I used it to jump out of Moon Knight's, what the hell are they called again? Og, I think it's called. His little rings. I used it to jump out of that. So now I got my ult, and again, like I said, I want to hide. Because everybody targets the Punisher when he gets his ult, or you should be. Because again, he doesn't get extra ammo or extra armor or anything. He just becomes a killing machine, so... I want to... Oh, that's right, the door closes right when I ulted. Because this map changes all the time. So, and then this door's closing too, so it's an absolute waste of an ult from my end. Something like keep track of, guys. I'm just laughing, going, oh my god, it just wasted the whole thing. So take it from my fuck-ups. Just remember, these maps change. Certain maps change anyway. This is one of them. It changes every, minute or so. Which is actually really neat. Look at this, I just executed my ground. Well, the Hulk knocked him down. Alright, so again, I'm like, which sides are spawn? It's right here. Set the turret up. And let's go back to farming. There we go. I actually don't think I get the MVP here, which is crazy, but it was pretty close, if I remember correctly. I'm not even sure. I've got to be at the highest damage, I would think, but yeah, look at that. Look at the farming on that turret. This is a custom crosshair I made just for him. I didn't want to have any blooming animations because, again, there's no drop-off with it, so even just a dot I think I would go with next, but this kind of looks neat, this little yellow X. I really hope they get a little more customizable for the crosshairs. was thinking I wanted to make a 4 for my Invisible Woman, for Fantastic Four. But I just couldn't. It's not there yet. I don't know if it ever will be, so we got a double right there. So they're having a really tough time getting on site. I'm thinking of setting up my, the Moon Knight alt. Man, that thing is devastating. I can't tell you how many times I've cursed Moon Knights. It's one of those things where you gotta kind of like be ready for it. Like keep a certain ability ready. Like I should have my smoke ready so I can jump out of it. But I think I get kills like this. Like I said, you can actually kill people inside of here as long as you're right on top of them. That's so nice. Those missiles on there are so nice because they're homing missiles. So they lock onto them. They'll lock on and shoot at whoever you're shooting at. But like I said, you just seen it right there. He dies as easily as anybody else. I'm gonna try this now, and ooh, that one really worked. Now I'm right on site, and I think it's over though. Yeah, 34 and 5. I don't get MVP if I remember correctly, because I was kind of stunned. I thought for sure I would get it. I must have not got the most last hits though. Like a lot of my kills, like I said, you share kills in here, and if I'm not getting as much last hits, I'm obviously not doing as much damage. Yeah, the Iron Man did. I did the most damage, or got the most kills, but he got the most damage. The fire icon is most damage. We both had triple kills. He had a higher accuracy than I did as well, as mine was kind of all over the place. Let's get a Magneto game I played that was really fucking fun the other day. I'll give you guys that for our next game here. Okay, so this is Magneto game from that same stream we just watched the Punisher game from. I believe this was late at night, as I was getting ready for nights, which is weird because that's exactly what's happening now again. Or maybe it was just my last day before my days off. Fun little fact for you guys, if you're ever interested. It's useless knowledge, but when you see my arcade with the lights out, I know it looks a lot nicer, but what that usually means is I'm playing in the evenings or I'm streaming in the evenings. When the light switch is on, that's during the daytime. I don't know why, it's just something I've always done. Yeah, this is before I switched. So my Magneto overlays, you can see it looks really nice. I actually moved it. I moved Magneto himself. I flipped him to the other side. He's over the G now because he's covering my awesome, which I haven't even mentioned yet, my awesome Invisible Woman poster I just got like 3 weeks ago. It's been in the arcade. You guys haven't seen it yet. It's covering it. You guys have seen it the last 2 games for sure, but I don't know why I didn't mention it till now. I think it's because I remember that Magneto's hand is covering it. So the other cool thing is I have his crosshair. As you can see, I made a red X-Men crosshair just for Magneto. Custom, and it looks so damn cool. It matches his red Master of Magnetism outfit, which is my favorite, one of my favorite skins in the game, which is this one here. So you guys can see I have, like I said, I'm like 2 games off of Lord. So at this point I'm Centurion, which is why I got the upgraded Magneto kill graphics. But yeah, I don't know why I don't play him anymore. Like I find that, especially the last couple days, my climb to Diamond 2, it's mostly Invisible Woman game. She's my highest win rate for sure. For a solo queuer. Oh, look at that. Oh my god, I forgot about that. That was a snipe. As you guys know from my previous Magneto games, including my tutorial, his mag cannon, aka his right click, has no damage drop off, and it's got no drop off in general. It's a literal torpedo. across the map, and it's still the same amount of damage. So I got an awesome team-up ability, which I talked about in my Magneto tutorial, but I never got to see it in the game, which is the Wanda tutorial. Now look at that. I had no one to throw it at, but I'm like, I think I can kill the Groot, and I did. But it is one of the best offensive team-ups in the game for sure. You do a ton more damage, and it's just like a mag cannon. It's got no range drop-off, and it's got no damage drop-off, so it's awesome. I think it lasts 10 seconds. You charge it up, and then, like I said, you swing your sword right there, see? And it throws out a metal slash, which again has no damage drop-off, and it has no range drop-off. So it's so good. It's a very underutilized team-up, I think, especially at these higher elos. Now I'm playing Diamond, I don't see much Wandas. But it's really good. When I see a Wanda someone pick Wanda on offense, I couldn't believe I almost died there, and then the Invisible Woman saved us. When I see a Wanda on offense, I usually automatically go straight to mag. You know, I'll be like, nope, today's not an Invisible Woman match, it's gonna be a mag match, because I love that team-up ability. It's so good. And you're asking yourself, Grock, what does Wanda get out of it? I don't think she gets anything. The thing that makes them a great team-up is you can bubble her right when she does her ult. I think that's why they have this team-up as well, obviously, lore-wise. Wanda is Magneto's daughter. Her and Quicksilver are Magneto's kids. For those that don't know the lore, but yeah, you can bubble her so that no one kills her when she's doing her ult, because that's a really, really easy way to kill her, is you just fucking wait for her to ult, and then, like I said, she's like any other DPS, she's easy to kill. That's why her ult isn't as scary as it was the first week it came out. Everyone was terrified of it once you realized how easy it was to either kill her or push her away if you're Invisible Woman. I love to push ulted Scarlet Witches away. So right there, I gave her my bubble as she's ulting, and she got one. So I didn't get as much. So this is a big thing you should be doing with Magneto. I don't know if I actually do it here. I tried to, but she went underneath the bridge. You should be using your ult as Magneto, like I said, especially these higher level games. Right there, I'm just using that team up ability. See, guys, that mag sword, it's so crazy good. But as I was saying, what you should be doing at the higher levels, what they expect you to do with your Magneto ult, you should be using it to kill Cloak and Daggers when they're using their ult, and Luna's if you can actually time it, which is very hard. I've yet to do it. You can do it, but I can't. I just haven't been able to do it yet. But with Cloak and Dagger, it's really easy to telegraph, because as she's doing her ult, she's stopping at certain points, and so it's easy to telegraph. You know where she's going to stop next, and you throw it directly on top of her, and you'll kill her, and you'll essentially end her ult right there. And obviously her ult, her Invisible Woman, and Luna's ults are huge, huge team ults that literally sometimes are the difference between winning and losing. Like DJ Wizwag has to watch me more, guys, because I play amazing when he's watching me, and I'm bullshitting with him the whole time. But as you can see, there's the Invisible Woman poster on the wall. As soon as I started playing and maining her, I was like, I want an Invisible Woman poster up for my arcade. I usually have posters of video game characters I play. Obviously, I have Jinx up there as well for my League of Legends. I have Shaco, I have Jet from Valorant, I have Viper from Valorant, and I have Nidalee from League of Legends. What I'm trying to do, and I haven't found one yet, is I want an Invisible Woman on her right side or left side, and I want a Malice Invisible Woman poster on the other side, so I have both of her alter egos. That would be really cool. I have yet to find one yet, though. I keep looking. They have the old comics, which, if you think her outfit is BDSM in this video game, Trust me when I said they dumbed it down, because it's straight BDSM from the comic in the 80s. Like, I don't know how they would be able to hide her dignity. If they use that skin in this game, I don't think you could. She would definitely look like she'd be more exposed, that's for sure. Okay, I remember this game now. I know this is a game I wanted to, when I played it, I want to show you guys. Because it's a really good showcase of Magneto. But I remember now this game. So Invisible Woman's throwing me that shield to try to heal me. I'm trying to get around it so I can heal off of it. Again, you guys, like I've told you in my Invisible Woman tutorial as well, when you guys see Invisible Woman's little shields up, try to get around them. I'm not sure if you'll see any of those games tonight. I'll give you guys an Invisible Woman game as well. But you can actually play right around them when people are attacking you, because 9 times out of 10 they're not going to destroy the shield. They're going to try to hit you. Just keep running back and forth around a shield and you'll be healing while they're attacking you. And they'll be getting slowed as well. As you guys know, they get slowed from that as well. So right there I activated the sword. And boom, look at that. The Moon Knight gone again. So like I said, it's a devastating ult. Or a devastating ability. I'm not even sure who I killed there. I've been talking about doing it for a long time now. I need to move my damn rank badge from the top right corner because I can't see the kill feeds. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it though because it would cover anything else. So, oh, I'm getting Moon Knight ulted right now. I didn't even realize. That's what I'm saying in game. I didn't even realize I was tanking a Moon Knight ult that whole time. I was just tanking it. It's so funny. I had no idea. But yeah, and if you're a Magneto in this situation, make sure to use it. It's a huge waste if you don't. So right now, again, I'm telling Wanda, go for your ult. I'll give you the bubble. I give her the bubble right there. And now she's gonna ult again, and they can't kill her. And I get another assist, plus I get a kill with my C ability. So yeah, if you're wondering, like, why is there no team-up buff for her? Him being able to give her the bubble and keep her alive for her ult is the buff. And it's huge, because like I said, Magneto's bubbles aren't, they're on a timer, they're not on damage. Same thing with his curtain, his mag curtain. So it's always 5 seconds regardless, or 3 seconds, I can't remember if it's 3 or 5 seconds. Oh my god, I killed Anna and Adams. I would never do that, she's gorgeous. I don't know if it happened yet in game, you guys probably can't hear it, but I can't remember what player it was I was talking to this whole time. I think it was our Star-Lord. He just asked me, because he's seen how much kills I got. He says that he also mains Magneto, and he says, how are you getting all these kills? You know, because he can't get these kills. And I told him, it all is about skill shots, which is true with Magneto. He's got a big window, obviously, with his left click causes little explosions. It has a bit of an AoE, but to get the most damage, you want to nail it dead on. So, it really is. And like I said, his mag cannon as well is a straight skill shot. It's got no AoE whatsoever. You have to hit them dead on. Same thing with his C ability, but the C ability hit window is that entire sword size. I got another one right there. Yeah, it really comes down to that. Now, I'm really happy about Magneto's buff. He's getting a buff on Friday. They're trying to remove a bit of his survivability. His mag curtain has a longer cooldown, or no, it doesn't stay up as fast. It drains faster now. So as slow as it was, which it was really fucking slow. As slow as it was before, it's even slower now. So his damage, his left click damage is going up and his mag cannon damage is going up, so that's great for me. Somebody that's good with him and can hit the skill shots with him. It's a great buff. I'll take that because the mag curtain isn't as, for me, as vital as his bubble. Because his bubble is an offense, or it's defensive, not just for you, but for your teammates as well. As I told you guys, I think you'll see it here. You want to use that bubble on offensive. When you're on defense, you want to use it on your offensive tanks. Like your tanks that are pushing forward, like your frontline tanks. Not frontline, sorry, Magneto's are frontline, like your diving tanks, that's what I'm looking for. Your Thors, your Hulks, especially. You want to throw those on them, and, oh jeez, a Moon Knight ult again, you see, like, it's crazy. You throw them on them, because you're going to hold the line, and they're going to be pushing up, so they could do with the shield a little more than you can. So here we are going to overtime. They get 1:50 to work with. We get 2 minutes and 39 seconds because we got it done a lot quicker than they did. So I'm gonna bust out Willa Galactica, which is an actual Magneto skin I had to actually buy on eBay because it was during the December Twitch drops, which obviously I missed as I only started playing this like 5 weeks ago when the game launched, Season 1. That 5 weeks ago was January 10th, wasn't it, or 8th? I can't remember. No, it's more than 5, it's like 6-7 weeks ago now. But regardless, I never got to get a chance to get it because I wasn't playing in December. So I actually bought it on eBay, which was Sketch City, let me tell you. It wasn't sketchy item, it was just tricky. So what I did was I bought an account, a Twitch account, and I'm like, okay, how does this work? So you have to link the game to your Twitch account, and the guy's telling me, like, you're going to have to unlink it to your main Twitch account, and then you have to wait a week, because it takes a week before you can link a game to a new account, and then link it to that, and then redeem the rewards, because basically they're bots. They have like fucking 50 accounts, and they get all the Twitch drops, and they sell them on eBay, and it was only like $5, but luckily for me, I never linked it to the game in general, so I had the drops right off the bat. I just used that account, and then I deactivated it, so the next time I want drops, I could just put mine on, and it'll be done right away. So you guys will see this is what I'm talking about here. I got a Hulk now, and he's one of the main divers. What you see me do right there is a really good combo with mag. I think I talked about in my tutorial. Your left click, right click when your cannon's done, and then left click again. You'll almost always get a kill on a squishy that way. But as I was saying, because I have a Hulk now, I'm really going to hang on to my bubble and give it to him whenever he pushes out. Because Hulk has bubbles as well that he can give, just like Magneto. But if I'm giving him one, then he can use his own on himself afterwards. He's got one of the highest HPs in the game, so it really keeps him alive a long time. And he's the one that's pushing out. I'm the one that's staying on the front line, so I don't need it nearly as much as he can, especially if he's pushing out. They're going to be looking at him more, so that's something to think about. Same thing with your Thors. Your Thors, and I would say your Venoms too, but they're usually way too far out. See right there, I'm trying desperately to give him my bubble. I gave it to him because he's ulted right now too, so I want him to stay alive as long as possible, and I got an assist for that again. We killed a beautiful Anna Adderams, which I'm not happy about. I'm not happy one bit. So this Moon Knight's really wanting him dead. There you go, I bubbled him again. I don't know Hulk. I don't know what his cooldown is on him. I'm not sure what it is, but we stopped them. See, they only had, what was it, a minute and a half. So they had no time. And they got no progress. So we just have to start at 1% and we win the game. And we have 2.5 minutes to deal with it, or 2 minutes and 40 seconds, I think it is. So we're looking in good shape. It's so funny, guys, when you get to the diamond ranks, especially Diamond 2. Every game you're banning characters first off in Diamond 2, but almost everyone that plays on there has Lord. The characters are Lords, like it's their mains. It's crazy. Like every time you play, every team you're gonna have at least 4 Lords out of the 6 teammates, including me. Like I'm using Invisible Woman and I got the Lord for her as well. If you guys are wondering what I'm talking about, when you get the Lord icon or the Lord level on a character, you've maxed out their level for ranking them up. And you get a different icon than the icon you're using. It's supposed to be like a cooler icon with almost like an abstract color on it. And yeah, some of them are good, some of them aren't that good. Like that Star-Lord I think is a Lord. Yeah, that's a Lord. The Star-Lord icon's a Lord icon. Because they got all the rest, you can see, have gray backgrounds, like they're plain backgrounds. The Lords have a little bit of backgrounds on them. Whether they're swishes or whatever else, or a different color in the face or something, different layers. Some of them, they rank them all the time, people. Which one's good, which one's crap. So right here, I'm going to keep him around the corner. I don't want him to get past me because I want to kill him. I don't want him to get healed, is what I'm saying. That's why I wanted to block him. And we got a pick, and I'm telling them, you guys know from when we played how far he has to run back. So I'm saying push now while he's not here. And it's going to take him a while because he's got 8 seconds to spawn in, plus he's got to run all the way down that street back there. So this is where playing with, you know, a group of friends with communications would obviously be really good, because then you guys could already work that out, because he's back now, he just got back. So from the time I killed him to the time he just ran out that window towards us, we could have pushed side. They would have been down a player plus a tank. A tank at that, so they would have had no front line. So again, I'm telling these guys we just gotta get 1%. Which means you gotta get 2 to 1, I think, on the... You gotta get 2 to 1 on the site to start it. And we have it right now. As you can see on the wheel, there is a yellow icon. That's how far we gotta get it going, because they started and they didn't even... I can't believe they got it that far. They almost got it started with the first point. See, he gave me his bubble as well, as I was shielding us. So there we go, and it's over. I got a KO at the end there. Apparently, I'm not sure what I did, but I got it right at the end. So yeah, it was a really good Magneto game. It's funny. I was playing I had almost an MVP. There, we got the MVP here. I had almost an MVP Magneto game yesterday. And the game before that, we just had an absolutely horrid team top to bottom. And I had one of the DPS blaming me for it and saying what a bad Magneto I am when I gotta stop playing, uninstall the game. Regardless, I looked at his last 5 games, and as you can see, I didn't get any awards. I'm shocked at, but I got 2nd place in everything, so I think that's what they, you know, took into factor. But I checked out his last few games, and he was on a 10-game losing streak, so he was pretty damn bitter. Very cringely. One of those people that has to find someone to blame. You know, if you lose 10 in a row, the common denominator is you. I'm sorry to say. You need to take a break, or, you know, maybe switch things up, change what you're doing. But I'm going to give you guys an Invisible Woman game now. And then we're going to give you a new skin. She's got a new skin. Let's go over this, because I think you guys are going to like it. Okay, so obviously you can see her nice BDSM outfit. And we got this new outfit called The Life of Fantastic, which is a skin that just came out last week on Friday on Valentine's Day. And it was a Valentine's Day set. You had to buy both of them, Invisible Woman and Mr. Fantastic. It's supposed to be like their wedding outfit for their 60th anniversary. That's how long these characters have been around in the comics. In case you're wondering, yes, she's got like leggings on. I'm sure it's one of the first things every single Invisible Woman main did, was do the old double jump and go, my god, with this game and how sexualized they make these characters, what did they do under her dress? But no, they gave her leggings, so it's pretty modest, which is nice. So you can see I got my Lord icon on her. That's a different icon than the regular one. I don't think I'm gonna make an overlay for her, as I don't see myself using this skin that much. It's like a specialty skin. So we're going to use the generic Malice and Invisible Woman overlay, camera overlay. As you can see, one of my favorite overlays I made. Has half is blue, half is red. The left side obviously is the Malice, and the blue side is Invisible Woman, Sue Storm herself. So yeah, Invisible Woman now has this badass BDSM outfit, and she's got a really nice white wedding dress, so she's got everything. So this was actually my first game with Sue Storm with this skin. After I worked 5 straight day shifts, and I actually didn't play Marvel Rivals at all. That entire work set, which I knew, I told myself I wanted to take a break because I grinded it so much, up to Plat 1. Plat 2, sorry. And I told myself, you know, I should be playing when I get off work, but I know I'd be too tired, and then I would just dig myself a bigger hole to getting to Grandmaster. It's a really tough task, guys. I mean, I know I'm Diamond 2, which is pretty incredible considering I did that in one day. Diamond 1, then Diamond 3, then Diamond 2. But I was stuck at Platinum for a little over 2 weeks. And for me to think I'm going to go from Diamond to Grandmaster in 3 days is pretty ambitious, to say the least. So here we go. The Cloak and Dagger used her ult. My only advice to you guys, if you're going to use Invisible Woman to nullify the Cloak and Dagger ult, wait until she's done putting all the mist down before you ult. Because what'll happen is you'll ult, and if you do it right when she does it, and your ult will be over just as she's done doing her last misting, and they'll have that mist for, I can't remember what it is, 10 seconds before it all disappears. So yeah, wait until it's done so that you get maximum use out of your invisible ult, and they don't get any healing advantages while your team is fighting them. So try to do that. I don't think I did that here. It's kind of unique, and I got an Adam Warlock as another healer. Something I didn't mention, guys, that I probably should have with Adam Warlock while I was playing him. He's great. Great. He's great for picking when you have aerial or avian heroes. You have an Iron Man on your team, like I said, Johnny Storm as of Friday, Star-Lord, or Iron Man. Did I say Iron Man already? Regardless, the avian heroes. He's really good to pick because you don't have, it's on a skill shot. Like, it's really hard for me to hit an Iron Man flying by, or a Spider-Man or Venom for that matter as well. But Warlock, you just have to point and click and it automatically heals them, so keep that in mind, you know. With Adam Warlock, like right now Storm, he'd have no problems healing Storm. And I've said that the Warlocks that I've been teamed up with, just like this, you know, worry about the avian heroes, and I'll worry about everybody else on the ground near me. And they usually agree with me. So this is that map again, the Solar Factory, like I told you guys. It's one of those 70% of the time whoever gets there and takes it first wins the game. This is one of them. Another little Invisible Woman tip, I just tried to do it right there. You can knock them off the map pretty easily if you're invisible. It's just going to take you away from healing everybody initially. which can piss the team off, but as long as you know what you're doing, yeah, keep that in mind when you're Invisible Woman. Tonight in one of my diamond games, it was one of the things that led to us winning in overtime. I actually just made it back to site and I knocked a Luna off the map. Obviously, avian champions are champions that can, fly momentarily like Thor's. I think I knocked off Thor here, actually, if I remember correctly. Or Doctor Strange's. They can just fly back up. Same thing with Spider-Man. So keep that in mind. It might not be worth it then. I don't think you guys notice this, especially because you're, and if you're watching it, because you like the gameplay, that's great too. But something was happening with my slobs, and I think it was my Windows update. My slobs is my Streamlabs OBS, which is what I'm streaming this on. For some reason, unbeknownst to me, it lowered my bit rate. I'm not sure what it is right here. It looks a lot better than it was when I figured it out, but man, when I streamed like my first day off, and it's gotta be here then. It doesn't look as bad though, so I don't think it's right to. It lowered my bitrate to 2000 is what I'm getting at, without getting too long-winded here. So I was looking back at my stream afterwards, because usually I'll stream and I'll look back and be like, oh, this would be good for, an ASMR video maybe. Or I just like to watch certain games and be like, what could I have done better here? Oh, I missed this, along those lines. It was so pixelated and blurry, and I didn't know why, and I was like, this doesn't make any sense. My stream's immaculately 1080, 1920 by 1080, I don't understand it. I checked my slobs, and it was put in like I'm running a laptop on Wi-Fi, basically. It gave me 2000 bits, which is so goddamn awful. It's unwatchable, in my opinion. Unless you're playing like a board game or chess or something, it would be okay then. Oh, this was bugging me. I remember this now. For some reason, I don't know what it is. I updated my NVIDIA graphics card, and I did a whole bunch of updating, guys. And it reset on most of my settings on Rivals. I don't know why. Certain settings it reset and certain ones it left. I don't know if there's settings I had turned off, because I remember when I first booted the game up the very first time, there was one of those videos, 10 things I wish I knew before playing Marvel Rivals. And it was a bunch of settings this guy used, and a lot of it made sense to me. And I don't know, it's almost, see right there, I try to throw Thor off, but he flies back up. So if that was anybody else that was an avian, they'd die right there. But ever since that update, it feels like I'm having to double click to use my ease and use my alt as well, whereas before, it's almost like, before it was like I would hold it and let it go, and then it would go off, but now I have to double click it, which wasn't the case before. At least I don't think so. I don't know. Like I said, I only didn't play for 5 days. Did I forget how to use the abilities? I don't know. It's been driving me nuts, and I actually keep looking and I can't find out where it would be. It's not under keyboard or whatever. I'm not sure. I keep forgetting to go and look at it because I think I'm just getting used to this new way of using it, which in my opinion is worse. If I can get it back to the way it was, I'd be happy. So as you guys could see, we actually had it up to 99, and this enemy team brought it all the way back. And like I told you guys, man, once you take this site, this particular site, oh, I just missed throwing the Luna off. And you know what I said to myself here, and looking back at it, I don't know if that's the case. I told myself I think we lost this overtime because I didn't throw that Luna off. She wouldn't have got the heels off and stuff. I don't know. I don't really think so. I think I was hard on myself at the time, but I don't think it would have made a difference, to be honest with you. I think we still would have lost there. But as I was saying, with Soldier Factory, once you lose it, it's hard to get it back. And once you take it, it's really easy to keep it. Because there's really only one corridor to come in from, and unless you're going to separate and jump down from one of the top hallways, which a lot of people just don't do. So yeah, it's really hard. It's really hard to take. this is one of those ones. It's pretty even, I find. This one's easy to take and lose, so it's not so bad. The Soldier Factory. Oh, what's the other one with the airplane in the middle of the hangar? That's another one that's really hard to take once you lose it. And the waterfall, actually, as well, is really hard to take once you lose it. So our Magneto wants one of these guys to switch. One of our DPS. Wants him to switch to something else. And I asked the Strange again, I said, please, DPS on site, so we take site first. And he listened, so... This is certain maps, you should be doing this. Especially, you know, back the last map, we should have done it for sure. I'm telling them there's some magic that snuck up behind us, but... Yeah. I like this map. I have really good luck with this map. And I think I like it because it's, like I said, it's one of the maps you can... It's not impossible to take if you lose. I hate those maps, they feel so one-sided. It's almost like a luck. Whoever gets it first, you know, kind of wins, and it might be just dumb luck. You might have a team maybe that, you know, pushes site by itself, or pushes site with just 2 of them against a team of 6, they die, and then that team gets it, and the game's decided right then and there. I hate that. I'm really excited about this new map. I'm curious to see what, how it's going to be like, because it was getting stale with these same maps, even though we've only been playing for a little over a month. It actually is getting a little stale, you know. Big news in the Marvel Rivals world today. I'm checking to see someone saying, Moon Knight saying I'm not getting any healing. I mean, I'm getting a pick, but no healing, so... I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? Everyone's getting really good healing here. It's just one of those things, like the game doesn't revolve around you, my guy. They laid off their Seattle part of the company that made Marvel Rivals. It's really upset the community. The main developers, really, the North American main developers, they laid them off. Now that they got a successful game, you know, just basically capitalism at its finest, you know. And so those guys are gone now. And, you know, I've heard both sides of the argument. You know, the biggest one I've seen for it is that, you know, once you know, get a hire a constructor to build your house, once the house is built, you don't keep the constructors around anymore, but I'm sure there's more those guys could have done around there, like if they're trimming fat, really, and they've done the bulk of their work already, maybe. Sucks for them, you know what I mean? Like, I feel bad. But, you know, it's just the state of, especially the United States right now, man, it is a crazy shit show right now. But yeah, that's the big news in Marvel Rivals right now. That and obviously the patch that's coming out on Friday. So as you guys can see what I was doing there, I lay my shield down and I run back and forth through it. I had the Thor chasing me. Right there, see? I tried to use it, which I shouldn't have, actually. It really worked out in my favor. And right there, I'm waiting for her to finish it. Finish her ult, and then I ult. But again, it was not letting me click it. It was driving me nuts. It literally wasn't letting me click it. So it's weird. Like, I used to like holding it, letting it go, and then it would go off. But, man, it actually drives me nuts. I'm actually looking for it right here. I'm pissed off about it. It's not on the actual ability itself. It's gotta be on other or something. I'll look it up eventually here, but regardless, we won. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, we almost lost that. And I would have not blamed myself, but I'm like, damn, I could have done a lot better. So that's gonna be it for this stream, guys. I got a little treat for you right here. You got the MVP. There you see me all happy. The wedding MVP. The cheesy lover's MVP. Okay, guys, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Have a